vision boards, mood maps. Is this a load of old nonsense? Is it a load of woo-woo? Or is it actually the Google Maps for your mind that's going to get you from where you are now to that place that you want to get to? I'm Jonathan Butler, founder of My Fit Mind, and I'm going to share with you my experience and my thoughts on mood boards, vision boards, from my experience of delivering significant corporate change from my time in corporate world, from helping people in my time as a coach to make significant transformations and shifts in their life, and helping people in my therapy work to really get themselves in a much better place. So first of all, what is a mood board? A mood board is basically creating a picture that represents the things that you want most in your life. Okay? It is creating that in a visual form and creating that and regularly looking at that, regularly seeing that, understanding where you want to get to. That is basically what it is. It might be called different things. Now, I didn't realise, but I'd been using these mood boards or vision boards for a long time. I've been using it in my corporate career. When I went into a new role or onto a project where I was tasked with delivering change or turnaround or growth, one of the first things I would do would be to try and get everybody on the same page, get everybody pulling in the same direction. And when I go into an organisation, one of the first things I wanted to do, and it upset a lot of people, particularly the facilities people, because what I wanted to do was get really big pictures that represented the core things we wanted to do, a vision of where we wanted to get to. So whether we wanted to grow the organisation, to change the focus of the organisation, whatever it was, when you walked in that office in the morning, when you went into a meeting room, when you went and sat in a hot desking area, everybody would see these visualizations and probably some text as well, which made it really clear about what were the priorities for the business, where were we trying to go. And it was something that would get everybody harnessed behind that, whether it's the sales team, the marketing team, the facilities team. You want everybody pulling in that same direction. Now, when I came to work as a coach and a therapist, I heard people talking about vision boards, and I didn't immediately equate it with what I'd been doing before, because people were talking about it in the sense of using vision boards and mood boards to ask the universe for what you want. Now, I'm a believer in many, many things, but I certainly do not believe that you ask the universe and it gives you. You have to show yourself, you have to show everybody else where you want to get to. You have to be crystal clear in your own mind, and then things will come to you. So I've turned around from going mood boards, vision boards, it's a load of woo-woo nonsense, to actually, no, this is a really critical thing that works in business, that works in your personal life, that works in whatever turnaround, whatever journey of change that you want to make. So, okay, so that is basically what a mood board is. And let me just give you a quick picture of what one looks like. So a picture that I made before, and typically you want to be having no more than 3 or 4 things on that mood board. 3 or 4 things. And you'll see there that there are more than 3 or 4 things, but actually there are 3 or 4 key points within there, which are very meaningful for me and for my family. So there are multiple pictures, but they are kind of different perspectives on the same thing. So I've maybe got 3 or 4 key messages that I want in terms of my career, my family life, my well-being, and then there are several images around that reflect that, and there are some things on there about the rewards for that as well, the things that I would like to have. But it's really important that this reflects what is really, really important to you. And I talk more in other videos and in other content about how you ensure that you're actually choosing the right things. It's really, really important that you're not just going for superficial things, that you actually really understand why the thing you choose is going to make you happy. Because when you do that, when you're clear not just on what you want, but why you want it, then your mind will remove the friction and will draw you more towards that. Okay, so that's really, really important that you do that. And I work with my coaching clients in my Boost performance coaching to actually really help them be clear not just on what they want, but why they want it, because that will make it easier for them to get it, because it's really what they want, not just what they think they want. Okay, so that is what a mood board is. And how does it work? Well, it's a really, really simple concept. Our mind is incredibly powerful, but But actually what happens typically when we're trying to change things is we become overwhelmed by all the stuff that's coming at us. And the reality is we have to be focused. We get more of what we focus upon. So we've got to focus down on 3 to 4 things. And 3 is really the ideal number because lots of things in the world are based around 3s. We deal well in 3s. We can have 3 things going on. We can remember 3 things. So have that 3, maximum of 4 things that we want to go towards, and our mind can cope with that. But we as human beings also are incredibly visual. We are incredibly visual. So images and words are powerful. And then when you combine images with words and with repetition, you basically have a formula for reprogramming your mind, for redirecting your mind to where you want to get to. And remember, your mind will give you more of what you focus on and more of what it thinks that you want. So the idea of when I would go into an organisation, or now I would tell people to put in their house, I would have on my fridge, I have it on my office door, I'll have it on my laptop, I have it on my phone, is that I'm creating that image that represents the key things that I want in my life, and I'm seeing that consistently daily. Okay, so I'm getting all of my resources, just like in that organization, on the same page, moving in the same direction. And basically by creating that mood board and seeing it regularly, your mind is clear that that is what you want. It's that Google Maps for your mind. It knows that that's where you want to get to, and it's going to allocate to the resources, that processing power that you've got, to help you work out how to get there. And because it's clear that you want to get there, it's also going to help develop the clarity and the resilience to overcome the challenges, the obstacles, the roadblocks, the diversions that there will be on the way to achieving those goals. Okay, so that is how a mood board works, and it absolutely does work. I can tell you in my own life, changes that I'd spent 20, 30 years thinking about, talking about, saying I might do that, I want to do that, one day I'm going to do that. When I first started doing mood boards for myself, I'd done it for years without knowing it in the corporate world. When I started doing it for myself, within 2 years, I got pretty much all the things that I wanted because I'd made it clear what were my priorities, and I was aligning my resources and energies to get there, okay, and avoiding the distraction. And those of you who are entrepreneurs, building your coaching business, whatever it is, you will know that the biggest challenge isn't having the desire to do something, but it's avoiding all of that distraction to keep you focused. So you've got to know where you want to go to, and your mind will take you there. Your mind will take you there. And a mood board is a powerful way of manifesting that self, if I can use a woo-woo word, but it is manifesting itself in a scientific way because it is telling your mind that is what you want. So how do you use that mood board? So as I say, you think about what are the things that you want in your life, and think of them in the most, think of them in categories. Now, some people come to me and just say, I want to be a millionaire. And that's fine. If that's really the thing that drives you, that's really the thing that you want. But I will always challenge people when they go, I want to be a millionaire, I want to have a Maserati, whatever it is. And it may be valid, and that is the thing. But actually, what do these things really mean for you? Why do you want them? Why is it going to make you happy? So again, that's something that I work through people with individually, but you should think of these things in terms of health, wealth, relationships, the core categories that really, really matter in your life. Because generally speaking, if you're just driven by money, then at some point that will start not to work for you. When you start to think of, I want to be a millionaire because it's going to buy me freedom, because it's going to buy better opportunities for my family, then actually that pull towards what you want gets stronger, because it's an emotional pull. It's actually giving you the things that are really, truly going to make you happy. Because money is great, but think of it as currency. What does it allow you to do? So that's really important to get straight. And when you've got that board, put it around the house, as they put it around the house, and it will deliver results to you. It will deliver results. It is not woo-woo, it is scientific. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. And if you have enjoyed it, please do like, subscribe. If you've got any questions, please put them down below. If you're interested in how I help people with RTT and coaching to make that transition from that place where they are to cross that bridge to get to where they want to get to. Again, please see the links down below to explore how I could help you with that. And please look out for my next video where I'm going to talk about that critical path, which is about when you know where you want to go, when you've created that vision, actually what are the steps that are going to get you there? And when you get that critical path right, you avoid that overwhelm and you do make that journey and you do get to where you want to get to. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.